Welcome everybody to the June edition of the Nottawa Hall Board meeting. Everybody had a chance to look at the agenda?
Yes.
Yep.
Awesome. Carrie'd like to put a motion forward that to approve the agenda, and I believe that Calvin would like to second it. All in favor? Yay! I love that that one always passes unanimously. Approval of the previous minutes. Did we get a look at them? Is there anything we need to discuss?
I won't be able to approve them as I wasn't in total attendance at the meeting. I'm sorry.
Neither was I.
Was I at the meeting?
I didn't see anything that seemed out of line unless I missed something.
Okay.
So I'll make the motion if you want.
Okay, Calvin, did you see them?
Sure, I will
Calvin?
second that motion. Yeah.
I'll trust you guys because I wasn't there either, I don't think. Anyway, all in favor? Yay. That passes. Business arising from the minutes, in-person meetings. God, I really like these though.
It's
But we
a
should have one get
choice.
together.
It's a choice. You can continue in this format if you'd like. The boards have the choice of doing this or doing in person or doing both, whichever you wish.
Oh, fun. That would be fun to do a hybrid.
So first question, can we facilitate if we want to meet, we can meet, and if some people want to be at home, they can be at home? Like, can it be both?
Yes.
We have internet
Yes.
at the hall, so I don't see why we couldn't.
Yes,
It's-
do that.
Jason, you'd have to set that up because we have an actual
Okay.
camera at the.
Oh, I could set up cameras everywhere.
I was kind of thinking too, for the clerk, it'd be really handy for her to be able to help facilitate this from home and not have the extra commuting time on top of it if we do decide to meet in person.
Oh, you mean Kayla?
Yes.
Now, Kayla, are you going to speak up here now?
But
And
never me. We're always happy to do whatever is best and easiest for volunteers. That being said, I've submitted my resignation, so this will be my last Nottawa Hall.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Oh,
What?
Yeah, so
Okay. We can talk about this after.
appreciate it, Calvin.
Why am I the last to know this? All right. Okay, well, that's exciting for you.
Yeah,
yep.
Good. Well, that put a bummer on the meeting.
we'll have to hear what's next.
Now I just want to go home. Oh, wait.
but in terms of the hybrid meetings, we don't have the infrastructure to provide that. So if Jason, you having that ability, that might be something that you can consider, but it's totally up to you guys. Whatever suits the board and the members best, we're fine.
It was just a thought. I mean, I'm good either way.
Yeah, well, I don't think we have to make a decision tonight, do we? We can
Nope.
continue meeting like this. I mean,
Yep.
when we're comfortable, we can meet in
I
person.
don't think so either. We can continue meeting like this and go from there.
We can
may have to
continue, we
have
can
a,
change back for the winter even, if you want to do that. It's entirely up to us.
Now, usually well, I guess it should be under new business, but usually we take a break in the summer, but we can discuss that a little later too.
We
Uh,
should have a conference down the road from the hall one evening over
Yes.
some liquid refreshments, though, I think.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I think that's an excellent idea. Actually, now that you
Yep.
mention it. We can discuss it there.
And our excuse will be that we have a live meeting. That's the excuse, you see.
So
Okay, on that note,
loan repayment. I think what's decided there is we're going to stay status quo for now. Is that correct? I don't think we need to vote on that. I think we can just do it.
Yep, you can just do that. If you want to keep bringing it up at the next meetings, you're fine to do that as well, or whenever you guys feel appropriate.
Yeah, thank you.
We should give at least some of it back.
Well, I was still talking about the in-person meetings. What are we giving back?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the loan repayment.
Yeah, we were, and then we got a little sidetracked for a second.
Okay.
Uh,
Sorry.
Loan repayment. I didn't see the loan repayment on here, so what? Is the township asking us for money?
No. We're
I
not
think-
asking you to start it up again, but Calvin had brought it up at the last meeting and wanted to discuss it more with the board.
Yeah, and I think we had talked about it at the beginning of COVID. And I think maybe, I hope I'm not speaking at a turn, but just with the perspective of going further in debt.
Oh,
We had
yeah.
talked about trying to settle up some of our previous debts, or at least make an effort.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I think that we have actually set aside money for that, didn't we? Didn't we vote on giving the township money?
We did at the beginning, and then I
And
think
then
we
did we
were,
ever give it to them?
no, because I think we were advised to maybe just hold on to it at the beginning of COVID, just to see how we rode out that storm.
That's kind of the way I remember it, Carrie, that you guys were talking about a loan repayment. And I think $5,000 was mentioned even. And then we were told by the township to hold on to our money at that point and just see what happened, how things transpired.
I don't see why we couldn't do that if we can afford it. We seem to have it, don't we? Didn't we say we just had an influx of a little bit of cash?
Yes.
Yeah, about 8 grand.
Yeah, I think we should at least pay back the 5 like we originally talked to pre-COVID, because then we're still ahead of where we were
Yeah.
when COVID started, and we're okay, and we can figure where we're going from there. Sorry, guys, my audio's cut out a couple times, so I've heard.
I actually thought that we paid that. I don't.
No, we didn't. We
remember.
were about to, but never did.
Well, Kayla, do we need another motion to do that or? Can we
Yes,
live on
you'll
the
need
old
another motion with an amount if you could.
one? All right,
Okay, I will do that. I would like to put forward a motion to pay $5,000 to the township from our previous debt from the previous renovation. Do I need anything else?
That should
I'll
be okay.
second that.
from the previous board's renovation.
Correct.
Yeah, Patrice?
I said I'd second it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna ask a question. All right, all those in favor, yeah,
I am in favor.
everybody, we figured you were. Even though we couldn't see you. Now we see you. Profit and rental report, well, there isn't much there because we haven't really had much since Adam left.
I can jump in. I have the calendar up. So there was a rental on the 5th, and there is a rental coming up. There is a rental coming up on the 26th of the month. And that is also e-transfer receipt, so that's paid for. And that's it for this month so far.
And I was asking previously, did you want me to put the email address back out on the sign for rentals? Is there anybody, Calvin, you kind of did them interim before for us a little bit before Adam came. Would you consider doing that? Or do you not want us to go ahead with that at this time until we have an agent, a rental agent?
I can take care of it like very short term, but it's not something I'm going to commit long term to.
I think
Understandable.
that's all you're going to need because there is someone interested who was going to join us tonight. But I guess the
Okay.
internet is not very good in Algonquin Park.
Oh,
where she is-
okay.
Where she is, I believe. So there has been communication there.
The other thing I wondered about suggesting was even if someone, if we had someone that was interested, say Michelle, but she wasn't really sure, like I don't see why we couldn't have like a team, right? Like if she had a friend that was interested in doing it as well, like I don't see why we couldn't have two people, as long as that, as long as they were communicating. Because I mean, I know it can, when life gets really busy, I can completely appreciate that answering emails and sending out attachments and all of that, and can get a little bit extra hectic. But I personally can't see any reason why two people couldn't do it.
As long as they were compatible, you bet.
Hey,
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. Like, even, I was hoping Michelle would be here tonight, and that was something that I was, thinking of maybe even suggesting. And if it's not Michelle, then whoever, just to share that load, because like I said, I can appreciate that it's a big load to carry at times with life outside of the home. So
agreed. And I mentioned something like that to her in my email,
okay.
saying that we are here to help. Others in the past haven't called upon us to help, but if you're in trouble, help. Ask for help and we will help. So I was also going to talk about that a little bit with her tonight. So,
Okay.
But maybe when she gets back, we'll talk, because we've been communicating for a while, and it's junk mail, lost here, lost there, and but she does seem interested, and I don't want to lose her, so I keep responding even when I really don't have a lot of time to. I still want to make sure that we keep the conversation flowing.
Has she been directed to fill out the volunteer form on the website?
Not yet. She
Actually,
still
I
has a
sent-
couple questions.
I did actually send it to her, Jason, just because when Kayla was sending her the invitation, she so kindly sent the attachment, so I just forwarded it to her as well.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody emailed me about renting in August, and I can't remember. I remember who it was, but I don't remember what dates. So, but I'll get that. Financial report. I think there's some exciting things to talk about there. I guess we could start with Councillor Deneen, maybe a little bit about the metal drive.
Okay, the scrap metal drive this year, we had a check delivered to us for $3,350. And yeah, that should be in the bank account now as well.
Amazing. Thank you to you and to Kevin.
You're more than welcome.
Love your work on that, and also to Veronia Auto Wreckers.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Amazing.
And
Brandon's been good to us.
Brendan's been good to us, but he's leaving us. He's moving away from our next door. He's sold his house as far as I know, and he's moving into town eventually, is one of the plans anyway. But I'm losing him as a neighbor from what I gather.
But we're not going to lose him, hopefully, as a friend of the home.
Hopefully not.
I hope not. And the numbers are in on the beer festival. Is this a Patrice or is this a Councillor Dingy?
Patrice and I counted the money, and it was over $2,000. We're not, neither one of us really wrote it down. We just handed it in to be deposited. And that's what we can see on our bank account statement that everybody else could. Maybe it was the $6,000 scrap metal check from last year and $2,090 from the beer fund that TD. Sorry, my computer's rebooting. It was a transfer of some sort on the bank statement, but that's all I can come up with from the $8,090.
Well, nice to have a little bit of money in the account.
Mm-hmm. And the 3350 isn't showing in the May statement, so it'll be in the June one, I'm sure.
Nice to have some income rather than just outgoing. It's a
change for me.
Change for all of us lately.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. maintenance report, before we jump on that, Bob Curry has been in the hall to start working on the little box. He couldn't get in the coded box, so I just gave him my keys. So he has my keys to go in and out as he sees fit. So, Calvin, anything else with the maintenance?
No, everything's good. I tested the smoke detectors and the emergency lighting again recently. Everything's in fine working order. The hall's still there. There was a fair amount of garbage left by what I'm assuming was the last renter, just at the bottom of the stairs, not put in the bins. So I cleaned that up on garbage day. And I think we have one garbage bag left, and there's some recycling that has to go out. So we're gonna make sure that gets out next Tuesday. Other than that, everything's good. Teresa's flowers are still looking good at the front.
I have a comment on that. So when you have a minute.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say I was there first thing this morning, actually about 6:30. I didn't sleep this, obviously. Anyway, about 5 of the Dusty Millers have died, and I'm going to try and get some, but I don't know if I'm going to have trouble finding some at this point. Didn't know if anybody had any in their garden that they could spare a couple, but I might be able to steal a couple out of my own flower bed, so I'll see. And when I did submit my invoices, this is official notice that they have been submitted this year. So
Okay, good.
we'll see what happens.
Well, we can get those paid.
Yeah. Oh, and just a comment on the garbage. Shouldn't we have a sign inside that says that to put the garbage in the bin? I mean, is that what we have to
In
do?
the
Or
contract.
Do you know that it probably was a misunderstanding? That somebody probably threw it out the side for somebody to pick up or somebody to throw in the bin, and somebody walked away on it. I really don't think anybody would have done that on purpose, but I'm just looking for the good.
sign wouldn't hurt though. You know, a sign in the kitchen, at the bar, or wherever, it wouldn't hurt just to remind people.
Or in the contract. I think. it
Yeah,
might be
I was just gonna say, I don't think I've seen a contract in forever, but I don't know if it says anything there specifically, but I think that's probably something we could get added.
Well,
If they fill up both those bins, then you know what, take the rest home with you.
If the person that's got has the garbage didn't read the contract, then
But
there's
the
an
person
issue.
that, the person that's rented it is solely responsible for the hall, so
Yeah, but if it doesn't happen, then it's still a mess. Anyway, doesn't matter. I just felt bad for somebody having to clean it up.
yeah, me too.
It's
Could I
funny,
just-
Luckily, we have a snow shovel, a metal snow shovel. So I really didn't touch much, to be honest. The smell wasn't very nice, but
And there's
Yeah,
a whole bunch of maggots too, just FYI.
Oh, I love
I'm
it.
not surprised at all. Like I said, I didn't touch much. I used the shovel into the bag. Yeah.
One of my favorite kind of larvae. I don't, but I know a couple Dusty Millers, by the way, Patrice, but I don't know what a Dusty Miller is. So-
I should have known. Other women all know what I'm talking about.
Could we
small
just
hall-
get a resolution to get Patrice reimbursed?
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I was just
don't
going to
know
ask.
about that.
I was going to ask if you guys had done that last time. So
Yeah, we did.
I'll make a motion that to have Patrice reimbursed for the cost of the flowers.
Looking for a
Thank you.
seconder.
I can second.
Alvin, all in favor? Everybody but
I-
Kayla.
I didn't vote. I didn't think I should vote.
No, he is, yeah, I didn't ask actually about the pecuniary.
Pecuniary
No,
interest.
that's good. I'll put that in there.
Yeah. But obviously Patrice had one. Small Halls Festival. I think I got the MOU somewhere. Did I get that? I think, did you
Yes,
send that, Calvin?
I started filling it out, but it was to be
Yeah,
signed by the chair. So I forwarded you to fill out.
Yeah, that's right. Well, guess what I haven't done? I'll print that.
That's okay. I was late looking at it to begin with. So it's par for the course here, I'm thinking.
The last two Small Halls Festival meetings have been canceled. I think I've been reading in my emails, so I'll get that in to them.
Yeah, and we're still roughly thinking an October date. Something to do with apples.
Were we thinking October? Was that something we discussed?
Well, if you
Last
want
year?
apples, it would have to be.
Last year we talked about it and it never happened.
Yeah, I knew we talked about apples. I didn't remember talking about the date, that's all. But I'm okay with October. October works for me.
I think that'd be a good time. Yeah, just I know the township will be looking for people to host for the tour, the Backroads Alley tour.
Mhm.
So there's the breakfast to host, which I'm not sure we're set up to do, but maybe we could be the end spot where the prizes kind of happen again, like last time. So they do their tours and they kind of end at our hall. We could potentially volunteer for that and have our event going on around the same time. Whatever we're doing.
What's the breakfast about? What?
It's like a pancake breakfast. It's also a fundraiser if they could be organized.
So does it have to be pancakes, and is it at every hall, or is it just at one hall?
No, it's essentially the kickoff. So you start at one hall and then you do the tour through all the other halls or majority of the other halls, as well as including back roads through Clearview Township. And then you end at another hall and the sponsors usually give on, there's some sort of prize giveaways for completing the challenges and whatnot.
So does it have to be pancakes?
It was pancakes last time. I don't know.
No, I was just thinking if we wanted it to be something that we could handle in our hall, we could do something like, cream puffs and like pastries and things and cappuccinos or coffees and things like that, rather than any kind of formal breakfast. But I've never been to it. I don't know anything about it. I'm just saying it doesn't. I don't think it needs to be that formal if we wanted to participate and keep it simple.
Yeah, I mean, that's something we could talk to Amanda about, if it has to be a breakfast, because I'm not even sure how many people did the kickoff breakfast to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
I was at one, but I came in late, so I didn't do breakfast, but I did start at the Brentwood Hall, and we did pretty much every hall except for Sunnydale on that route when I did it. And
Maybe,
it was
sorry.
It was neat to actually stop in and see all the other halls.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we know some catering companies around who could do that, and I think we can apply for money for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is also a possibility.
So let's talk about that all offline, and
Yeah.
because I know that Jordy's been very helpful to us, and I can put a call into Julia over at Men with Knives and see if they would help us. And so I think there's options out there.
For sure.
We could become known for having a French breakfast at our hall, as opposed to bacon and eggs somewhere else.
Well, Jordy's Babs and Castles did desserts and cakes. They do desserts and cakes and things too.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they'd probably be able to provide something.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Croissants. And who said French? Croissants. We could have croissants and
Yes,
jam.
croissants and chocolate croissants.
And
Did
they've
you
got-
want to make a resolution that you'd be willing to volunteer for that, or do you guys want to have a sidebar first?
Yeah.
We should sidebar.
That first.
Sidebar.
Okay.
Sidebar at the bar.
Yeah. Sidebar at the door. I bet we'll probably expand our board that night at the door.
We might be able to conscript a couple of new members.
Yeah, we can get one or two of them standing at the bar. But yeah, I'm a fan of doing the Small Hall Festival, and I really liked last year. I'd love to give credit, but I don't remember who came up with the apple theme. It was brilliant. I think it's brilliant for the area. I think it's brilliant for what we do and
Yeah.
if we can somehow tie that in as even into the breakfast, I think it would be, if we decide to do that, would be amazing. So
Well, we know we can get apple pies from
Giffins.
Giffin's. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my understanding
We
with the
could have-
funding for the signature event for small halls is that it's entertainment, a live show, local show. However, if we're hosting for the Backroads Alley, it may be I'm not sure, right? Maybe we host for the Backroads Alley to start, and then afterwards we do a community thing where we get the kids together and do fun apple kind of things, right? I'm not sure. It could be an interesting idea too, right?
Mhm. Apple bobbing. Oh my God. Antique.
Candy apples. We can have apple danishes. We can have apple fritters. We can have all things apple.
Mm.
Mm.
So we'll talk about this offline, but you know, we also could use the ballpark for some outdoor fun with apples.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
anyway, it's
Yeah.
something to consider.
100%.
100%. Yeah, 100%. But I don't think we need to pass it. I think we've already passed a resolution that we're going to sign the MOU, right?
Yes, I
Kayla?
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need to do that twice. What was my new business? I had new business. No, I can't remember. Oh boy. Well, I've had a lot of people asking me about the lobster event. And whether or not it's going to happen. I was like, "No, it's not. Maybe next year."
So all those people that asked you, did they want to run it?
No, they wanted to eat it.
That's what I thought. So tell them if they want to run it, we'll back them up.
They want to donate their money, and that's okay with me. I don't mind doing a little bit of work to have some people make some money, have the hall make money.
Yeah, but I think we lost money on the last one. That's what I'm making the comment.
Well,
No point doing anything you lose money on.
all the people that asked me were the ones that were there. So
Oh, good. Yeah,
They're
well,
all
I know I was there at the last one anyway.
all my hockey buddies.
Oh,
Would they come for a corn roast? Like
Yes.
it's a little bit easier.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they would do that. Yeah, they would.
Apples and corn. No, apples, corn's in July.
Yeah, but
Do a big corn
all
roast and
they all love supporting the hall. So
a
and they
corn
love-
roast
Oh,
corn
it's a
roast
good
in
idea.
July or August.
Yeah.
That would be really easy because you do it outside. You do propane.
and you could have a
cookers and-
live band.
Yeah, you could.
It's just a thought. Just a
Yeah.
thought.
We could do a corn roast.
We could probably do as well as we did at the beer fest, and that's money in the bank.
Yeah, and maybe we could ask Creemore Springs and just a few of them if they'd be willing to come back
And-
for it.
Done.
Can we okay, I'm not going to
Let's
get
talk-
into that. That's
let's
another
talk
day's
offline.
brainstorming.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk offline on that. I guess there was one other thing. Oh yeah, the lady on Facebook who wants to get involved. We'll have
Joan McLeod.
Yeah, we'll have a peek to
Yeah.
find a way to contact her. And
Oh, I can contact her
Oh, you know
anytime.
her? Oh.
Oh, very well. Yep.
okay. Well, I should know that.
I think I babysat her too, Jason.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Anyway, all right. Well,
No
if-
background on that, please.
it was yes. Councillor Deneen did babysit me. Yeah, so, I mean,
Too
she
much
was only like a
information.
couple years older than me, right?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. Oh.
just a couple.
Yeah.
Good. Otherwise, TMI.
Next meeting is July 14th, and sometimes we skip this, but I'm going to suggest maybe we don't this year because of, just getting back in the swing of things
July 14th.
from COVID.
I will not be able to attend. I will be out of province.
I will be out of province too, but I'll be in Winnipeg. Oh, no, I'll
You
be in
too?
Alaska. I'll be in Alaska.
I was gonna say, you too?
I'm in Winnipeg this weekend and next weekend. I fly. out
Is
tomorrow.
there a better day in July then? How long are you gone, Calvin and
Essentially,
Jason? When are you back?
Go ahead, Calvin.
For me, I'm gone the first 2 weeks in July. And I'm
lot of
starting to
people are.
travel either the 14th or 15th to come back. So the Thursday would be the 21st, I believe. The following Thursday would be fine for me. I could make that.
What about the Wednesday, July 20th? I'm thinking of my own schedule now too. Has anybody got a conflict for the Wednesday, the 20th?
I probably.
You're away too? Okay.
But I look at it with the, I'm in Alaska, I think, July 14th. But I can sign in with my phone. I don't care. So whatever.
Okay.
Let's just
Sounds good.
leave it and figure it out.
Okay.
Okay,
We can move it if we get closer. We have the technology to do that.
Can leave it tentative. I may be able to sign in. Like I said, I might be traveling back by then, so I wouldn't be able to. If I'm still at my folks, then I can. But I can be a tentative. How does that sound?
Fair enough. I'll stop by this weekend and warm them up for you. So I guess the only thing left is the adjournment. I know Carrie loves this part. Calvin is putting forward a motion to adjourn, and Carrie is gonna second it. All in favor. Thanks, everyone.